Detroit Homecoming has been made possible by Urban Science, guiding business through science. Make decisions by what you know, not what you think. And by the William K. Kellogg Foundation, working with communities to create conditions for vulnerable children so they can realize their full potential in school, work, and life.
Started here in Detroit 11 years ago. We go around the country and invest in the best venture capital funds in the country and then bring them here, help them to find interesting startups here to invest in. And then with them and their startups, we connect them to our stakeholders who are many of the major corporations around here such as DTE, Meyer, AAA, Blue Cross, et cetera, who agree to become first customers for the startups. So it's been a great model. We've been able to, over the last 11 years, attract about $1.5 billion of capital into the state, into Michigan startups. And so we see a lot of startups. If you look at where startups were 10 years ago or 11 years ago when we started and where that scene is right now, it's come along so far. And last night you saw Doug Song at the dinner, who over the course of 10 years took Duo Security from a dead cold startup to a company worth $2 billion. And today you're going to see some really fascinating companies on the early end of their journey. So I appreciate Cranes bringing us together. And first I want to talk about James Chapman. You met him a few minutes ago in his one capacity, but James does a lot of things. And we're going to be talking now about a company he started earlier this year that really is focused on connecting people. So I'll let you take it from there, James.
Yeah, for sure. So earlier I was talking about, access to financial capital, and Plain Sight is all about access to human capital. So we allow you to see the skills and the interests of the people around you in real time. Oftentimes people are always saying, I just need a seat at the table. I just need to be able to get in the right rooms, but I don't know what rooms I need to be in. And so Plain Sight reveals that in real time. We just raised $500,000 for our pre-seed round, and we're getting ready to open up another round of funding for our seed. We'll be starting here in Detroit, launching October 1. And then we'll also be launching in DC simultaneously, and we just signed up 10 co-working spaces in the DC area. So coffee shops, co-working spaces, events, conferences, hotel lobbies, those are all of the verticals that we'll use to be able to push the word out to get critical mass. And those will also be our space partners. So we are a two-way marketplace, so we help spaces as well as help people.
Wow. So even raising $500,000, that's a big deal. Again, a few years ago, that really wouldn't have been possible here. Yeah. And with the concept you have to do that, it's congratulations on that.
Thank you. Especially to be, pre-seed, raise $500,000. It wasn't easy, but it just goes to show that, Detroit is on the climb when it comes to taking companies very seriously, as well as allowing us to the startups that are here to look serious to outside investors that are here as well. So both things are promising, and we're looking forward to it.
Awesome. Thanks, James.
Thank you.
All right. So our next startup entrepreneur is Justin Mast. Justin is the founder of Bloomscape, which is one of the high-profile, maybe the fastest-growing company in the state. And it's an overnight success that took 5 generations, right?
That's right.
So Justin solved a problem with this company that we can all relate to, but I'll let him talk about it.
Yeah, so we are, go back a sec. I like to say that we're a 1.5-year-old startup built on 5 generations. So I actually come from 5 previous generations of greenhouse owner and operators. We're a direct-to-consumer plant company. We designed a way to ship fully grown plants that are potted, living room ready, fresh from the greenhouse to someone's front door. So by pioneering that, it gave us a chance to build a brand and really launch this company just a 1.5 years ago. We kind of hit on something. I mean, in that year, we shipped over 100,000 plants to over 25,000 customers. So it's been a pretty exciting year. And this is built on some big shifts we're seeing with millennials taking an interest in cultivating plant life in their homes. So we're very much a plant company, but what we found is that there's this whole lifestyle that goes with owning plants. There's the care, the learning, the sharing, giving plants as gifts. So the further we go into how people want to buy plants and use plants in their home, the more our customers are kind of coming back and validating the work that we're doing with them. So, based on the first year's success, we had a pretty great funding round that we were able to just close. We had support from Steve Case, who's here this week, along with another pretty number of high profile direct-to-consumer founders. So we have this great team, but we're also adding 30 new positions in the next 3 months. So we have a lot of openings right now, particularly some really great leadership positions, director of brand, VP of tech, VP of product, and a director of people. So that's the nutshell.
It's a great story, and I told Justin I was trying to recruit for him at dinner last night. So 30 new jobs, so if anybody here who's interested, this is a fast-rising company. But it's a great story for Michigan and a great story for Detroit, so thank you for doing it, Justin.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. So next we have Fares Ksebati of MySwimPro. Fares and I met about 2 years ago when he had a concept aimed at a niche audience that is a very passionate audience, and he created something that fit a need in that market, and I'll let him talk about it.
Cool, thanks for having me. MySwimPro is the #1 fitness application for one of the fastest growing sports in the world, and today we help people in over 180 different countries improve their performance and health. And we do this by delivering a personalized coaching experience, personalized training plans, at a fraction of the cost of hiring a personal coach. Since launching, MySwimPro was named by Apple as the best app of the year in 2016 across all app categories. And that's because it delivers an incredible experience for our community members. And the proof is in the results. This is Michael. He's actually one of my co-founders. And last year he lost 100 pounds. Wow. And the transformational stories are absolutely amazing. But every single week, we receive hundreds of stories just like that from our community members around the world. And I have very exciting news to share with everyone. We just passed 1 million downloads on the application. And more than just building... Thank you. And we're not just building the massive digital community, we're also building a business. And earlier this year, we passed $1 million in lifetime revenue. And we did all of that on less than $1 million in external funding. And this is the order that we did it in. And we've taken this momentum and we've actually launched another application called MyTriPro. So similar concept and business model around delivering a personalized coaching experience at a fraction of the cost of hiring a personal triathlon coach. And we're really excited about this new product. And we have a global team that speaks 8 languages, and we're growing. And we're really pumped up about World Swim Day, which is an international holiday that we created that sees participation from over 100 different countries about empowering people to swim and promoting water safety. And if you want to learn more about that, let's talk after.
Great. And just briefly, the way you raised money, I mean, very scrappy. You started off with crowdfunding, right?
We've done two rounds of equity crowdfunding with local support as well as investors abroad. So we have now 300 investors from 36 countries.
Wow, that's great. That's great. Well, congratulations, Fares.
Oh,
and we're going to hear more about that coming forward. So I hope, yeah, please. I hope if you see these 3 founders out in the hallway, you'll stop and say hello, because they're really the next generation of great entrepreneurs in the region, and we're really proud of them. So another round of applause for those 3, please.